Welcome back to the Fourth Place Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Fourth Place Podcast, guys. Marcus the Motivator here
With Farat.
and James again.
Yes.
Thanks for having me again.
How is everybody?
Well, you begged to come on, so we thought we'd do you a favour.
Well,
and
yeah.
allow you.
Thank you for allowing me.
I mean, you were yelling at us about ruining your childhood and shit, and we felt it was a little bit unprofessional, but you know.
Frat disagrees.
Anyway, let's get started. What's been going on?
Well, I thought we could play a nice little game.
Yep.
Do you think you could
Have you ever been kidnapped?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us about it?
No. Moving on.
Okay, next game.
Fuck off.
Okay. So, I thought it'd be interesting to see if you could pass an Australian citizenship test.
Oh, shit.
I reckon I could.
You reckon you could?
Yes.
Let's
because
see if we
need
can
to get
do it.
100%, right?
You need to get 15 out of 20.
Yeah, I reckon I could.
Let's do it.
Hang on, I gotta keep the score. So, all right. The first question is, what do we remember on Anzac Day? And you have three options. You have the landing of Australia and New Zealand Army Corps at Gallipoli, the arrival of the first fleet settlers from Great Britain, and the landing of the first fleet at Sydney Cove.
What's the first one?
It's obviously the first one.
Okay. Well, you both got that right.
Is this is the whole thing like
The whole thing is multiple choice.
Oh, shit. That's...
It progressively gets a bit hard. The start,
Okay.
I think, is pretty easy. What colours are the Australian Aboriginal flag? So first option is black, red, and yellow.
Yeah, it's
Second
that
one is green, white, and black. Third one is blue, white, and green.
It's the first
It's
one.
the first one.
Okay. I think Farat, you should answer second because I feel like Marcus is more likely to get them wrong and he should be forced to not have to.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah. Marcus, you have to answer
Or
first.
we could alternate and
Alternate answers.
have a wager.
No.
I'm always up for a wager.
Well, we've both got 2 from 2. Do we want to wager on who gets the most
Well, it
correct
depends.
out of the
It's-
last 18?
It depends. It's not my podcast. You make the rules.
No, you two should wager. Go.
All right, we'll
All right.
wager on this. What are we going to wager?
Loser gets kidnapped.
So we
Not-
alternate who goes first.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do we have like somewhere where we can like write up the answers?
We'll just write it on your phone.
Okay.
You can't write on your phone because then you can cheat.
How?
How? No, so you can't cheat. So we got to reveal the answers to the camera.
Okay.
Right. All right, I
Is
got
the camera going to be able to see it?
No, you can't do that. It's not
All
going
right,
to work.
so we have to reveal the answers to you.
What you're going to have to do is you're only allowed to touch like one thing. Because if I see you start typing, then I know you've cheated.
Well, obviously.
Okay,
If
so
we spend any more than like, if we're typing for any more than what?
one
10
letter.
seconds?
You're going A, B, C. There's three
But
options.
hold on, you can change it, obviously.
No, you get A, B, C.
Yeah, I know, but you can
If you're
change
going
it.
to change it, you got to tell me you're changing it.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
Well, I'm going to do 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, so
Okay.
let me get.
Open your fucking notepad
Yeah,
already.
I'm opening my notepad. I'm getting to there. I just want to change. Can I change the size of the text? Here we go. Trying to change. I'm going to make very large text. Yeah, that'll do. Right,
All right.
let's keep going. So we're just going to go 1, 2, or 3.
Are
Yeah.
we showing it to you or the camera?
You show it to me.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to make it large then. 'Cause I don't even know how to do it.
Here's what we do. Marcus can say it because I can just see yours. You can show me, and then Marcus can say it. So I'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Easy. Done.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Which official symbol of Australia identifies Commonwealth property? 1, the national anthem. 2, Australia's national flower. 3, the Commonwealth coat of arms. Yeah, I saw you type it. All right. You both got it right.
Easy.
Which of these statements...
Should we be announcing to the audience what the answer is?
No, they're going to have to guess at home.
So like
If you
it's
don't
going
know
to
that,
be
go fuck
it's going to be a pretty shitty podcast.
Well, if someone gets it wrong, then we're going to do it. And these ones so far have been easy
They're
as
pretty
fuck.
easy.
yeah, okay, but like
I mean, if you didn't know that was Australia's national flower, you should go fuck yourself.
I feel like there's a lot of overseas audience members of this podcast.
Yeah, and they should all go fuck themselves.
So we're going to make them all Google all the answers.
Huh?
Pretty
Yes.
much, yeah.
All right,
Yes.
okay, good podcast.
Yeah, you can play along at home. Just don't
Play
cheat.
along at home, yeah.
But they can't play along if you're not giving them the answer. That's the point.
Well, the whole point is they should look up the answers for themselves.
Yes. They should mark their own
I
fucking
like that's terrible.
Which of these statements about Australia's system of government is correct? The Queen of Australia chooses people to form the Australian Parliament. The government is elected by the people. The Prime Minister chooses our members of Parliament. Time's up, Marcus. You've entered number 2.
Yeah.
You both entered number 2 and you're both correct. Marcus, you're supposed to be reading it out loud.
What do you mean reading out?
Because I can see his. So if you say yours first,
Oh, you want me to say it?
yeah, you say it, and then I can see his.
Oh, okay. All right.
All
I
right?
can't even remember what you're
Well, you gotta
saying half
wait
the
for
time.
me.
Just show me the number.
All right, I'll just.
Or just say the number, I mean.
All right, okay.
Then the people get the answer as well. It's all
Okay,
figured
all
out,
right.
this over-the-top difficult thing.
This is the second one, by
It
the
was
way.
the second one
For those
for the
playing
record.
I
at home.
said the second one, Jesus.
I'm not paying attention.
We've wasted so much time on
This is a quality podcast.
Yeah.
This is geniuses at work.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Which of these is an example of freedom of speech?
Oh God, there could be anything.
People can protest against government decisions. Men and women are treated equally in a court of law. Australians are free to not follow a religion.
Can you ask that again, please?
No.
Yeah,
Answer.
you can. No,
No, I can't. You need to
want-
answer.
I want the question again.
No, you need to answer.
I can look at the question.
I don't give a shit. You need to answer. I'm only reading it once to add to the...
Read it to me again.
No.
Yes. Just read the fucking question again. Not
All right.
hard.
As of this is the only time I'm repeating the question.
You can repeat the
No,
questions
I'm
as
not
often
because...
as you like.
No, I'm not.
I
Which
can't-
of these is an example of freedom of speech? People can peacefully protest against government decisions. Men and women are treated equally in a court of law. Australians are free to not follow a religion.
It's got to be 3.
Okay, 3 and 1. So we got our first option where Marcus got it wrong. You fucking moron.
You don't have to follow a fucking religion.
Oh my
What?
God, you battle. You absolutely battle. You battle so hard. So hard.
Yeah, no,
I was
you
almost going to say, well, anyway.
It's obviously
fuck it.
number 1.
legally you have to follow a religion in Australia.
Don't.
That's where you get it wrong.
Yeah, that's where you got it wrong. Clearly, it's not the fact that that's not an example of freedom
Exactly.
of speech. You fucking moron. All right, so Marcus is down 1. This is
So
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
5 from 5.
yeah, Marcus is on track to only just pass, so
I'm
it's
gonna
going to be
retain
very
my-
close,
I think
retain
I'm
my
going to
citizenship.
fail, to be honest.
which means you should be kicked out of the country. But anyway,
Yeah, that'll do.
which of these statements about government in Australia is correct? The government does not allow some religions. Government in Australia is secular. Religious laws are passed by Parliament.
The third one.
So hard. So
He's
hard.
down. He's dropped 2.
Come on, man.
It's the second one. The
Obviously.
government in Australia is secular. Jesus, this is... You're really on track to not pass.
Yeah, I'm going to fail this.
6 from 6 for me. Thank you.
Which of these is an example of equality in Australia? Everyone follows the same religion. Men and women have the same rights. Everyone belongs to the same political party.
Number 3.
Are you deliberately trying? Jesus Christ.
Wait, you really think that everyone in Australia belongs to the same political party?
Yes, I do.
Can you answer it properly, please, sir?
Yes, I do.
The answer is obviously number 2. Men and women have the same rights. Okay, you can only drop 2 more,
Okay.
and
Oh my God. Are you joking?
all right. Which of the
Jesus. 7 from 7. Easy game.
Which of these is a responsibility of Australian citizens aged 18 years or over?
Fucking hell.
To have a current Australian passport, to attend local council meetings, to vote in elections.
The third one.
Hey! Well done. You may get to stay in the country.
Which of these is a responsibility of Australian citizens aged 18 years or over? Same question, different answers. To serve on a jury if called to do so, to do local community service, to carry a passport at all times.
Number 2.
You fucking idiot.
Are you kidding me?
He's got it
It's
wrong
number
again.
1, obviously.
It's number 1.
What was number 2?
To do local community service. Have you ever done community service in your life?
Yes, I have actually.
Really?
No, I haven't actually.
So therefore you're saying you broke the law.
Yes.
Okay. So he's dropped 3
So
now.
I've got 9 from 9, and Marcus has missed.
Wait, he's missed 4, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
I thought he got 4 wrong.
Jesus. So you need to get, you can only get 5 wrong and pass. So if you get 6 wrong, you fail.
So I'm probably failing.
So you can still get 1 more wrong.
One more, but you get another one and you're fucked. Okay. Which of these statements about passports is correct? Australian citizens need a passport and visa to return to Australia. Permanent residents can hold an Australian passport. Australian citizens can apply for an Australian passport.
Number 2.
I'm right, aren't I?
Yeah.
I wasn't actually sure about that one.
What?
Well, I knew the last one was right, but what was the first one again?
It's whether so the
That you needed to get home, right?
need a passport and visa to return to Australia. You don't
Oh,
need
you don't need a visa, obviously.
you don't even need a passport to return
Well,
to
that's
Australia.
why I said
anymore.
number 3, because it's obviously correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, well, 10 from 10 for me.
So what is that? Marcus has dropped 5, so
Yeah.
he's 5 from 10. If you get one more wrong, you fail.
Yep.
And we're calling fucking immigration.
Okay, I'll get myself kicked out of the country.
All right. Which of these statements about voting in Australian elections is correct? Voting is by a show of hands, clearly.
Show of hands.
One Friday night, everyone in Australia just puts their hand up. I feel like I'm
Marcus
cheating.
might have guessed that, so you shouldn't be giving away the answer.
I was almost going to guess that.
Okay, people are free and safe to vote for any candidate. People must write their name on their vote.
Number 2.
Well done.
Well done.
Marcus.
That is
Well
correct.
done.
Okay, this one I don't know if you guys are going to get. What happened in Australia on the 1st of January 1901? The Australian Constitution came into effect. The Australian Constitution was changed by a referendum. The Australian and New Zealand Army Corps were formed.
Number 1.
Ooh, you both got it right.
Thank you.
Now, if that wasn't multiple choice, would either of you got that?
Well, it's a federation.
It was a federation,
Yeah.
so we knew, that. Yeah.
Oh, well, you say that like that was a fucking obvious answer. When
It was
you,
an obvious answer.
given some of the shit you got wrong.
Yeah, I don't know too much
Show
of the
of
basic
hands.
stuff.
Okay, what is the name of the legal document that sets out the rules for the government of Australia? The Australian Commonwealth, the Australian Constitution, the Australian Federation.
Is it number 3?
Come on, man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Come on, man.
It's number
The
3.
Australian
Sure.
Federation.
Yeah.
the
Surely it's number 3.
The Constitution.
It's a constitution, you fucking.
Surely it's number 3. Surely the federation is the document.
Are you actually taking the piss? I
Yeah.
feel like he's got to be
Because you
trolling
failed.
us.
You failed. You've
Oh.
already failed now.
Well, where are they going to send me?
Home. What is a referendum? A vote to change the Prime Minister, a vote to change the Australian Constitution, a vote to change the government.
Number 2.
There you
Yeah, there we go. We both got it right. Which arm of government has the power to interpret and apply laws? Executive, legislative, judicial.
Jesus, I don't actually know that one. Am I right?
It's number 2.
You're both wrong.
No.
It's actually number 3.
It's
judicial.
Judicial. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Can you talk into the microphone? Or fucking
Judicial. thought
I'll
judicial was a-
report you to the judicial arm of government. If
Yeah,
you're
that's
fucking
fine.
speaking to the
Can't believe I got one wrong.
Yep.
How many
Okay.
more left?
You almost can't fail.
Oh, well, that's good.
Which of these is a role of the government general? The appointment of the head of state, the appointment of the state premiers, the signing of the bills passed by the Australian Parliament.
Number 3.
Okay, well, this is amazing. He got it right and you got it wrong.
What the fuck?
Yep.
The Governor General doesn't do anything. As far as I know.
They sign the bills that have been passed by the Australian
Well,
Parliament.
that I did not know. So there you go.
There you go. That's 2 in a row wrong for you. Pressure's mounting.
I'm choking.
He's choking. There's not
okay.
enough time for Marcus to come back.
It's
but,
okay.
you know.
I've already failed.
No,
so-
but I can fail my citizenship test, right? How many questions left?
So that was 16. So
all you got to do is
So
get.
I got to get one right.
more
I got to
correct.
get one right.
which of these statements about state governments is correct? All states have the same constitution. The states have no constitution. Each state has its own constitution.
None of those statements are correct.
What? Well, what would be the right answer?
The third one.
The third one? You're saying the third one?
I'm saying the third one.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, fucking
He
hell.
was right again. Jesus
What's
Christ.
going on?
This is a fucking crazy comeback.
Fuck, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know why.
He was
Apparently.
arguing the whole thing was wrong, and then he fucking gets it right, and you don't. All right. What is the name given to the party or coalition of parties with the second? Sorry, okay, let me start that again. What is the name given to the party or coalition of parties with the second largest number of members in the House of Representatives? The Senate, the government, the opposition.
Is it called the Senate?
Well, things are back to the natural order. Marcus got it wrong, and he's got it right.
Yes! I get to stay.
You get to
So
stay.
Marcus has
Well
got
done.
7 wrong so far. What is the name of a proposal to make a law in Parliament? A bill?
Yes.
A debate? A royal assent? You fucking...
It's a royal assent. Has to be a royal assent.
Yeah, no, obviously we all know it was a bill. Okay, who maintains peace and order in Australia? Lawyers?
Nobody.
I do. The motivator.
Motivator.
I do.
Lawyers, police, public servants.
Public servants.
No, can you answer it properly?
I said public servants.
It's the police, you
They make the laws and enforce them. Public servants do.
The answer is
dick.
police. Obviously.
So Marcus failed dismally.
And I got, I think, what, 17?
Yeah, so Marcus, you'd be
enough.
kicked out of the country. Let's call the federal police right now and demand he's get
I
arrested.
think we should call immigration and ask
Can we-
what happens.
Can we kick our friend out
We
of the
have
country?
the evidence.
Yeah, it's all recorded.
What do we do now?
So if you could make,
I'm ashamed I got
Questions?
3 wrong.
what would they be? All right, I started off.
What
questions.
questions? God.
I would start with who won the footy on the
Yeah,
weekend.
that,
Which is the best bar at the MCG? What meat is a dim sim made from? The answer is obviously cat.
Classical Australian
yeah.
food, the dim sum.
When was the last time you called someone a cunt?
Yeah.
There's a story about that. I don't know if we can say it anyway.
And we would have answers like within the last
Can we
week.
say that on here?
No,
Yeah,
we
we
can't.
can't.
No, we can't.
No, we
Because
can't.
it was at his place of work.
It was
okay.
at a place. It was at a place that we
His
are
place of
not
worship.
Talking. We are not talking about.
Okay, this is a good question.
It was so beautifully
funniest
timed.
thing ever.
So beautifully timed when you did that as well. We can't. We got to stop. Anyway, move on.
All right. So they always like to throw in a little bit of terminology and asking what definitions are. So, what does the TAB stand for?
Yeah. What's a Sheila?
No, that's a pretty basic email.
No, it's not.
It
No,
is.
it's not a base.
What's a drongo?
Huh?
What's a drongo?
Yeah. Where is it appropriate to dance
What's a wife
Can
beater?
you fucking let me finish?
No, I've got a better question.
No.
What's a wife beater?
That's American, you fucking moron. Like, you
Really?
fucking retard. Yes. Jesus Christ. Like I was trying to say until I was rudely interrupted by your shitty question.
Oh, I'm just going to keep interrupting.
As someone who can't even
you.
pass the citizenship test, no wonder you don't even know what's Australian and what's American. Where is it appropriate to dance like Peter Garrett? The pub, Woolies, or a funeral?
All of the above, let's be honest.
When is pulling a John Hapawadi, what is one doing? Obviously, John Hapawadi, famous for sticking his finger in other players' asses.
What about saying who? Shit, I forgot what I was
Can you
gonna
not
say.
do that if
Sorry,
you don't have
keep going.
Where would you find a random Souths fan?
Everywhere.
Yes. The answer would have to be every fucking
Anyway.
way. Even last weekend, I randomly saw one. Remember we saw one in fucking Philippines, just randomly.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you have any more or?
Who made the comment? Please explain.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a bit basic.
Yeah, but if you didn't know that, then you're not really Australian.
Possibly.
Maybe
Or-
just get them to do a shoey.
Yeah.
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 That should be the
a shoey. Yes.
It's like their swearing in ceremony. Just
Yes.
do a shoey.
True. Well, moving on, I'd like to play a guessing game.
Another game.
Could you guess what percentage? So we posted the documentary, the first one, on Amazon Prime. Can you guess what percentage of the film's budget we made on opening day as a percentage? Oh, as a like 1 out of what?
What?
I'm gonna say.
Would you say
What
like 1 out of
percentage?
100, 1 out of 10, 1 out of?
I'm gonna say 0 point with 10 zeros and a 1.
No.
That would be 0%.
Well, it was 1/100,000th.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we actually did make money though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
It's
good.
starting
So we
to,
made like not even $1.
yeah.
Yeah.
50 cents.
Cool.
On the first day, I said.
Hey, better than nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
when you need that 100,000 times over to break even.
Yeah, but we didn't even
not
know
too
it was
good.
on there ourselves
Exactly.
until then. But anyway, continuing. Let's go with a little bit of news. So, this is a nice story from the Philippines.
We
Yeah.
love stories from the Philippines.
Now, the headline is Man Rapes Pig in Pangasinan. So, I guess the question is, Marcus, what were you doing there?
No comment.
Yeah, well,
No
you,
denial, just no comment.
yes. You know who says no comment? Guilty people. Yeah, a man,
Please explain.
Marcus is you raped your neighbor's pig in Barangay Balawan, Pasal, Pangasinan a couple of weeks ago.
How's your tag along coming along?
That's just places' names. According to the police reports, authorities arrested the suspect.
There were police reports.
You're not allowed to rape a pig.
Turns out you're not. Who knew? And so the owner of oh fuck. The owner it literally says an owner of the alleged rape pig complained. As per the complaint, it was dawn on Friday when he heard his 8-month-old Gilt, a female pig which hasn't had piglets yet, making noises at its pig pen in his backyard. He said he planned the pig to be a sow or a mother pig and wanted to sell it for additional income. He was shocked when he saw the guy on top of his pig as he turned on the line. The suspect denies it though, and he reports said that the suspect denied molesting the pig. He said he just inserted a wood into the pig's genitals, which is a great excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, as you do. Because of the incident, the pig's genitals have swollen and bleed. The suspect was found to be intoxicated when the alleged pig rape took place.
Wow.
Turns out there's a specific act that deals with animal
There's
welfare.
a
Specific act for pig rape.
Wow.
Yeah, but sometimes you're putting a wood in the pig's genitals. I mean, is that even?
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's so bad that it's almost like, who cares if your excuse?
Wow.
Your excuse is just as bad.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The only difference is
There
you're
is
not getting
no-
off.
yeah,
It's
there
like
is no
completely.
excuse.
Yeah.
So then why'd you do it, Marcus? There's no excuse.
I said no comment.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
going to keep
there's-
making you ask until you.
I'm not making any further comments.
Okay. I guess we'll talk to your lawyer then.
Correct. You can discuss this with the lawyer.
Well, moving on, we have a this is from nj.com. We have a challenge that you should enter. The 30-hour coffin challenge is back. So for $600 and some Fightfests passes, this Halloween, the Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson has reprised its nutty coffin challenge, which not only requires its contestants to lay in a closed coffin for 30 hours, granted there are occasional bathroom breaks, but endure some challenges and games thrown in for good spooky measure. The grand prize winner, who will tabulate the most points by winning games and participating in challenges, walks away with the cash prize, 2 Six Flags Gold passes and 2 Fright Fest Haunted Maze passes. Runners-up win prizes too, ranging from Fright Fest day passes to season passes. So if you do it and you don't win, you get only some fucking free entry.
You get sweet fuck all.
You're going to spend 30 hours in a coffin and you
Yeah.
get fuck
You
all.
get fuck all.
Doesn't seem like it's worth it.
No,
to
it's
me.
not.
The rules, so some of the games that they're going to play include live bugs, pungent food items, and trivia. And
All about equivalent.
plus surprise visits from Fight Fest freaks and live critters like snakes, spiders, and skunks. Could you imagine having to sit there with a skunk in a
all of
fucking...
this to win just like a day pass.
Yeah.
Well, if you win, you win $600. If you don't win and you suffer through the
You
whole
get
shit,
fuck
you get
all.
a free entry to a fucking theme
Yeah.
park. And the most insufferable bit of all may be the presence of a looping playlist of music that includes Baby Shark and other tunes,
Baby shark.
disallowing
Baby shark.
sleep for the 6 unlucky contestants. So you don't even get to sleep in that 30 hours.
I mean,
So the rules are that you must stay in the coffin except for a 13-minute bathroom break. Participants who step outside the coffins for any reason, with the exception of designated bathroom breaks or to participate in challenges, will be disqualified. And all meals must be eaten in the coffin.
I just think you're going to piss yourself in that coffin one way or the other, to be honest.
Well, you get a bathroom break. So.
Yeah, but even outside the bar, what does it say? 13
Can you speak into
minute-
the microphone like
What
a
was it, a
real-
13-minute bathroom break?
Yeah,
You're gonna
that's a
piss-
long break too.
Exactly.
That's plenty of time.
It's a massive.
Yeah,
dump.
but you probably need like multiple more than anything else, surely. You need more than one bathroom break for 13 minutes.
No, but you get to smell a skunk and have live snakes on you.
Fuck that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how fucking much you would hate Baby Shark?
Baby shark, baby
It is
shark.
so annoying just one playing, let alone the fact that they keep playing.
No, Baby Shark's awesome.
Say
Where
that
did you
after
say-
30
Where
hours
did you say this was?
in America.
Okay. Not going there.
Nah, we'll pass on that one.
Well, talking of toilets, this is from the ABC. Thieves
What we want
snatched.
to hear.
Huh?
This is what we want to hear.
Well, thieves have snatched an 18-carat gold toilet valued at $1.8 million from Blenheim Palace.
How?
It was previously used by more than 100,000 visitors at the Guggenheim Museum. The toilet was pulled directly from its housing, causing significant damage to the palace. A 66-year-old man has been has been arrested in connection with the theft.
So a 66-year-old bloke has tried to pull a toilet out of a museum.
Yep, at the birthplace of Winston Churchill, where it was installed as an art exhibit.
I give the 66-year-old bloke credit for having a crack at trying
What would
to
you
take
do
a
if
toilet.
what would you do if a $1.8 million toilet?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to melt the gold down and sell the gold because
You do the obvious.
there can't
You'd
be
take
too
a
many
piss
$1.8 million gold
I
toilets.
don't think
going
you'd
around.
be taking a piss on the fucking toilet.
Shit, yeah.
Okay, so you realize if you remove the toilet from where it was, there's not going to be any plumbing.
I don't care if it goes
Marcus-
straight through. Who
You
cares?
just
I'm
got a
taking
bunch of gold and you're basically just pissing on yourself.
Yep, I'm taking a piss in my 1.8.
Marcus just takes a shit on a lump of gold.
Exactly. I'm taking a piss in my $1.8 million toilet. It's the best way to do it.
Imagine trying to sell the toilet off. It's just
Shit.
Fuck, just wash it out and sell it to someone. Someone will buy it. Chop
like
it
he
down,
said
get a
though,
bit of
there's no
everything
plumbing
everywhere.
because you've moved it. So
You don't need any plumbing in a toilet.
what?
This is an informative podcast.
You don't need any
Learning
plumbing.
new
I
things
hope you're
out.
learning lots of things out there, people.
That you don't need a plumbing in a toilet.
No, you don't.
Jesus Christ. Where do we go from here?
Give me my $1.8 million gold. What was it? 12 carat gold?
18 karat.
Give me my $1.8 million 18 carat gold toilet. And I'm just going to stand there and take a piss straight in the middle of it, wherever the hell I feel. And I'm going to put it wherever the hell I feel like.
Could you imagine the cops have like recovered it? And Marcus just goes up and takes a piss in front of everyone.
Duh.
Well, what's weird is it was named. Firstly they gave the toilet a name, and that name was America.
Why
Well,
would
that's
they name
kind
a
of
toilet?
ironic, to be honest.
And somehow it was on display at a museum where more than 100,000 visitors were able to use it.
Wait,
So at
they
one point
actually-
you were actually able to take a shit on this golden toilet.
So 100,000 people could have taken a piss in the actual toilet.
No, well, at least 100,000, because everyone's going to have pissed in it. So at least
Yeah.
100,000 people, and I don't know what percentage of those would have taken a shit as well. So you're probably looking at 20 to 30,000 people taking a shit in your gold toilet too.
Fair enough. Sounds good.
So the guy,
Use it for what it's use it what it's meant. Use it for what it's
so the
meant
guy
for.
who made it intended it to be a satire about excessive wealth. Previously, he has said that whatever you eat, a $200 lunch or a $2 hot dog, the results are the same toilet-wise.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Because obviously there are differences in,
What food you actually eat?
yes, into the level of-
Let's get really technical
Yeah.
here, guys. It's like the sizes of the shit might be different, so he's wrong.
Yeah, what if you have a diarrhea shit all over your gold toilet?
Should we be consulting our plumber friend
What
on
if,
this one?
what if it gets in weird parts of the toilet and you can't get rid of it?
Should I consult my plumber friend on this one?
Yeah, give him a call.
Can we give him a
Can
call?
you call a plumber right now?
Can we call my plumber friend
Okay,
and
do it.
ask him about this?
Do it, go.
Well, can we actually get this connected up and call him or not?
You can do it. Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can do that. We'll call our
Christ.
Put your Bluetooth on.
Hold on.
This is
Oh my
amazing.
God.
My Bluetooth has just turned on. What do I need to connect it to?
Go to pairing or whatever.
Yep. Available devices. Which one is it?
Should be Roadcaster.
Yep, Pro.
Yep. Well, this is going to be amazing.
All right, it says it's connected for calls and audio.
All
Are we
right.
good to go?
Yeah.
So we got this story ready to go. All right, I'm about to call the plumber, who we've had everyone remembers Nick from previous podcasts. Right, I'm going to try and call
ask him if he's tried the Tahitian face mask.
No, he knows about the Tahitian face mask.
Yeah, but you got to ask him if he's.
What the hell's a Tahitian face mask?
What isn't it? A Tahitian face mask is where you put cellophane tape over the woman's mouth, take a shit in that, and then hit the.
Do I need to put Bluetooth on this thing?
Yeah, I can hear it ringing through.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Beautiful. Please pick up. He might be at oh no, it could be too late actually.
What is it, hack?
Hack. We're doing the podcast.
Did you cover for that ex-washout or what?
I did. Now you're live on the podcast at the moment, and we've had a story come up that we need your expert opinion on. James,
Firstly, have you tried the Tahitian face mask yet?
What's that?
Have you tried the Tahitian face mask yet?
Oh, mate, I've run out of Glad wrap. Mate, I was going through 4 strands at a time. I had some dirty bitch that she had tie for the night or something. I don't know. It was breaking through every layer. Oh, what's going on? But I had a bigger orgasm today. I played with Brett Ogle, the famous golfer. So that's my orgasm for the year.
Now, James, we've got a story which Nick we need your expert opinion on. Can you read it, James? I'm not gonna.
So someone stole a $1.8 million gold toilet.
Yeah.
And Marcus wanted to know about the plumbing of the said toilet.
Well, how would a plumbing go with a $1.8 million 18-karat gold toilet?
I don't know.
Explain that to us?
The toilet's worth $1.8 million. There's a lot of gold steam that's going down that pipe, I tell you. It's a royalty crap, isn't it? I mean, it's the best you can get.
I mean, I was assuming that you could just put this. It got stolen from an art museum. I was basically just saying that you could just pull it out of the art exhibit, put it wherever you want.
Mate,
you didn't need any plumbing.
Mate,
you just
I couldn't go in it. I couldn't go in it. I'd want to produce gold nuggets to Bob. I just want to be doing gold nuggets.
Well, apparently you could before actually go there, and over 100,000 people used it.
Yeah.
So they just had it on public display for people to take a shit in.
I'm at this sports bar in Mordialloc and I can't hear shit. But I tell you, I can't hear shit. It is so fucking loud. Everyone's calling us pricks and arseholes. You really know when you're at a sports bar.
You do. Well,
He's
Nick.
a choker.
Well, Nick, we thank you for your expert analysis on the $1.8 million 18-karat gold toilet.
Yeah. I'm ready for stage 2 in the podcast. I think I've earned the right to go again. I think
as long as you bring some Glad wrap.
If you bring some Glad wrap, you are definitely coming back again.
Okay.
It's BYO.
Yeah.
It's BYO, yeah.
Bring your own wrap.
Yeah.
BYO wrap, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to think. Oh, okay. I'm into it. It's something I haven't been into, so I'm into it.
Well, Nick, we thank you very much for your expert opinion.
All right,
until next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, all right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Well,
there we have it.
There you go.
Plumbing advice from a real plumber.
Of how you deal with a $1.8 million 18-karat gold toilet.
Yes, that brought a lot of information to our life.
It did. Right, moving on. What's next?
So when copywriter Josh Thompson, this one's from the BBC, received an ominous email from his bosses asking to discuss his role at the company.
Ominous?
Yes, he knew he was facing redundancy. The Human Resources Department encouraged him to bring a support person to help cushion the blow. Now, before we keep going into this, I feel like he should have brought a support animal with him, like a donkey or a cat or a mosquito. But anyway, so rather than bring a family member or a friend or even a pet, the part-time stand-up comedian decided to splash out 200 New Zealand dollars on a clown called Joe. So he brought a clown to his redundancy meeting.
Yeah, I already know this story.
I
Show
did
me.
hear about this
Yeah.
and saw the video. It was quite amusing. It was quite good, actually. This
He
one.
nodded his head along when I received the bad news as if he was also receiving the bad news. And then he said, professionalism at its finest, really.
Surely the clown would have scared the shit out of the person trying to sack him.
Could you imagine how much that would fuck with you if you
Yeah.
take a seat? Especially if it had like those massive clown shoes.
Yeah. It'd be brilliant.
Or it'd be even better if they got out of like one of those toy small cars.
Oh, yeah. You're like a 6'8" giant clown out of like a Pee-wee car or something.
Into your shitty meeting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Marcus, I think you can read the next one.
Where does it...
The top.
Okay, so this is from Time Out. And it is the 21 things you only learn in Melbourne the hard way.
Obviously.
Number 1.
Obviously.
You can't-
In terms of hard, they mean other than meeting a St. Kilda street hooker.
Well, that was actually number 13 on the
Oh,
list, to
shit.
be honest.
Sorry, I jumped ahead.
Yeah. Number 1, you can't buy a tram ticket on a tram nor a bus either. So yes, you can't actually,
Which is just fucked.
which is a bit weird.
It's like they set you up to get fined.
Pretty much they do.
Yeah.
The airport is further away than you remember. Yes, it is.
Unless you live next to the airport.
Yeah, the airport is actually, 20 kilometres away
From where?
from the middle of the city,
Okay, yeah.
roughly. And you actually have to get a bus out there. Yeah, you have
Well,
to
no,
drive
you
or get a
can-
bus.
You could technically
It's
just
the only option available to people.
Or
It's
if you
us.
want, you could walk or you could try and hitchhike it.
There's Uber.
Yeah.
I reckon there's
Well, that's
other
a car.
options than the
Yeah.
bus.
You could bike,
I reckon
You
there's several ways one could get to
motorbike.
the airport.
Anyway, number 3.
You could run.
Trains inexplicably skip the city loop, leaving you unexpectedly stranded at Flinders Street Station right before you're meant to start work or meet friends.
Meet our friends.
Meet
I meet
friend.
a friends very,
Meet a
very
friend
regularly.
or meet friends. Yeah, the trains do. You never know where the train's actually going to go, to be honest,
You just look at the
on the
screen.
way in.
Yeah, you follow the map.
It
They
tells
kind
you.
of actually tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like not that hard.
Number 4. Hook turns are never easy, and we've all had to face the wrath of other cars and then sworn to never drive in the CBD again, only to accordingly make a wrong turn immediately after and have to try to turn all over again.
Nah, just keep turning left.
Yeah, makes it easier.
Keep turning left, or you do the hook turn and no one gives a shit.
Turn left 3 times or do a hook turn.
Everyone
right,
kind
easy
of
done.
understands that hook turns are completely fucked, and therefore they kind of just let it go.
Yeah, whatever goes.
Well,
People
everyone's
don't
gonna-
understand when you're meant to actually turn. Like you got to wait for the light,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people start beeping you when the light hasn't even gone.
No, I think if there's clear way you can go.
No, you wait for the light
No,
to
you
go.
have to wait.
Well, be
You wait
yourself.
for the light
No,
to go.
I go.
All right,
Fuck
you
it.
can.
There's no one going.
YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO.
Yeah.
All right, number
Fuck it.
5.
All you have to do is roll the window down and scream YOLO and
No,
say,
if nobody's
Police accept
there,
that
it's
as a-
okay.
Yeah, that's an
no one's
excuse.
there. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Number 5.
The laws of driving.
Trams.
We do not condone this sort of.
No, speak for
Activity.
yourself. We condone driving recklessly.
Okay.
Number 5.
If no one's watching, it's okay. That's our job.
Number 5 is that trams take way longer than you think they will, especially on Sydney Road and Victoria Street. Holy shit! Yeah, they take.
Trams are terrible.
Trams are slow as fuck.
Yeah, wow, they take a long time going through Richmond.
They take a long time going everywhere.
Yeah, they're hopeless.
They're shocking. Number 6, that it's always better to take the stairs at Curtin House or up to Madame Brussels because the lifts will take forever and you just need a drink.
Nah, that's wrong.
You need a drink stat.
Fuck that. As if you want to walk up 10 levels of fucking stairs.
The elevators don't work at either of those two places, let's be honest.
Nah, you got to wait it out.
Are you going to wait it out like a good half an hour?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck it. I
cool.
don't care.
I'm not going to. I'll go up and down the stairs instead.
What you do is you hit the button, go buy a drink, come back, then go up. You beat the system.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, let's be honest, at either of those two bars from first-hand experience. Number 7, that you can't just rock up to Chin Chin on a Friday night at 7 p.m. and expect there to be a free table. Well, some people,
Just don't.
just don't do that.
You
Go
just
somewhere
tell
better.
them that
You know where you
I'm
can?
Marcus the motivator, so open up a seat for me.
Give me a table, thank you.
See, we eat at like proper establishments like McDonald's and KFC, and you can
Yes.
always walk up and
You
get a
can
table
rock up at any time and get a table.
any time of the day.
Yes. Great restaurants. Right,
And then
number
the
8. That you should never ever trust your phone's weather app and always bring an umbrella / jumper, hat, bucket, sunscreen, just in case you end up at Arbury. Well, do we want to discuss Melbourne's weather for
Well, the
a minute?
phone, the weather
we
apps
don't.
on the phone are terrible. So
They aren't.
They get it wrong.
They aren't.
It's
And
not
then you
the
end up
place to-
sitting in the
if-
rain in a fucking sporting event, crying yourself
Not yeah.
to home.
Yeah. The only thing that is reliable is that you look up
He's
at the
doing a rain
sky
dance.
and see where the clouds and see if there's any clouds coming or not. That's the only thing
not
that's
really.
reliable.
No.
I don't really think so.
Even then, you still need to carry more jackets, more sunscreen, hats, and everything else, no matter what the weather says. And
Hilarious.
yes, you will end up at Arbury sitting out next to the river.
Hoping that someone falls in.
Yes.
The best reason to go to Arbury is in the hope that someone falls in.
Yeah.
And one day it's going to happen and it's going to be fucking beautiful.
Yeah. The day that happens.
Look, I don't want to encourage terrorists, but like if you're going to try and run people over, you could do a lot easier to just push people in the river.
Yeah.
And they're not looking for it. They're not expecting it to
Yeah,
come.
it'd be way,
and you
way
hit
better.
4 or 5 people, then you walk up and then no one's going to notice. You hit 4 or 5 more.
Yes.
Especially if you time it on like a Saturday night when they're drunk.
Yeah.
It's just easy. Like you don't even have to touch people.
Yeah.
All you have to do is move in their direction. They'll fall in and then you're good.
Yeah. Right. Number
Your
9.
Honor, I did not do it. I just moved in that direction. They were the ones who jumped in.
Yeah. Right. Number 9. That getting a taxi to or from the airport is a huge
You're an
rip-off.
idiot. Why would you take a taxi these days?
Yeah.
It's 2019. Get a fucking phone app.
Just walk to McDonald's and get an Uber. It's as simple as that.
I don't know why you need to walk to McDonald's to get an Uber.
No, because the airport
'Cause you gotta
doesn't allow the airport doesn't allow Uber at the airport.
So you need to walk to McDonald's and then get an Uber to go to the airport.
It's the car park like 200 meters down the road instead, because the airport doesn't want Uber there at all. Which anyway, the other thing that is a rip-off, which I found out on Friday night, is those green bike taxis that go
Green bike taxis.
Yeah, so there's these bicycle taxis
Yeah.
that during like when sporting events
Oh
on,
yeah, of course.
that they go along the river between
Yeah.
sporting events and like the city.
When you
and
say bike
South
taxi-
It's
Bank.
like a push bike,
like a
and
push
it's like
bike.
so
At the
there's
back.
two people sitting at the room for 2 people, 2 to 4 people sitting at the back, and
Okay,
the guy's
yeah,
just
that's-
riding
yeah.
a bike.
So to give you an idea of how much of
Yeah,
a
I'm
rip
I'm more of a
is,
rickshaw man myself, but
A rickshaw man.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's $20 to go about 300 meters on one of these things.
what the fuck?
And if you want to go, I think it's another 400 meters down the road. It's $50.
What the fuck?
So-
Firstly, how are they judging how far it is?
They just go from location.
Well, it's from like along the Yarra to the
Yeah.
MCG.
Jeez.
You don't even get to the MCG. You get to a car park at near Rod Laver
Wait, did
Arena.
you take one of these? How did you find out?
So what happened? So the story
That
is.
sounds
Yeah,
like
I've
you
never
did.
actually jumped on one.
I've never even thought of it.
So I was in a rush to get
Nor
to.
do I even think that it's going to be safe. Like I look at those people and think this is going to be a very bad situation.
So I was in a rush to get to the MCG last weekend, and
should have stayed home.
well, I was in a rush to get to the MCG, And I decided to get one of these little bike rickshaw taxi green things, whatever you want to call it, bike taxis. And it took me from Flinders Street Bridge, Princess Bridge, and it took me only to the car park, to like a back car park out the back of Rod Laver Arena. And so I still had to walk another, I don't know, 250, 300 metres from there.
And you paid how much?
$20. And I reckon I went 300.
On your own.
I think you went more than 300 meters.
I reckon, I went from Princess Bridge to hardly. I got dropped nowhere near. I got dropped nowhere near the MCG.
That is more than 300 meters, though.
Still though, I got dropped
how dare
nowhere
you
near.
besmirch the good word of the name of those bike taxi
No,
people?
they're still a complete rip-off.
Anyway,
No, they're holy.
so apparently though, to go from that car park to Queensbridge Street Bridge, apparently that's a $50.
Jesus.
So that's, I think, like an extra, I don't know, 600 metres or something. So yeah, that is an absolute rip-off. Right, moving on. Number 10, that you should actually book tickets to see that super grammable, what the hell? Grammable art show or that 5-star.
Don't. Fuck it. Don't go to an art show. Do not get conned into
show because you will definitely forget to do it later.
Don't do any of these art shows. Don't go to things like White Night. They're all a fucking waste of time. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's just going to be brutally boring.
There's a lot of things that get put on that just are absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
The key to Melbourne is to go to things you know what they are and are entertaining and stay the fuck away from these stupid things.
Yes. Number 11. Number 11 is good. You will not get a seat at the Queen Victoria Night Market. That is absolutely true.
Well,
It
obviously.
is pumping. It is pumping there. It's a good place to go to on a Wednesday night. I do recommend it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't expect the seat.
You're never going to get a seat. You're going to be having your meal
BYO
and
seat.
drink. Yeah, BYO
Wait. Why not get one of those bike people, get them to ride you around
How much do you reckon that would fucking cost?
Just ask the guy to sit there.
$200 probably at least. Right.
I'm only going 10 meters, but I want you to go very slowly.
Yeah, true. Right, number 12, that you should definitely turn the brightness down on your phone when on the train because someone will absolutely be reading your private messages, watching your friends' Instagram stories, and rubbernecking at your choice of reading material while you're...
Yeah, well, that has nothing to do with Melbourne.
You're sardined next to you.
I mean, like, who really cares? Though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I say is you deliberately load up a porn site and you look at the most disgusting tranny porn and make sure that if they're going to read your phone, they're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Which is a fun game we used to play in university because people would look at your computer. So we would deliberately watch the most fun.
Yeah.
That was where I first watched Two Girls, One Cup. I was in university. And so people have to pretend like they're not doing it.
Yeah.
So you have like 3 rows of people behind you all
Watching
seeing it.
2 girls, 1.
It's beautiful.
Or you load up tranny surprise. So they're thinking you're looking at some ordinary woman and then it gets all the way down to and all of a sudden dick in their face.
Rightio, number 13. That walking down Swanston Street is like running the gauntlet of pedestrians, slow walking tourists and people with
Not
pants.
if you use your elbows.
Or just
the trick
walk
to that
straight
is-
through them.
The trick to that is you swing the elbows wide and take out everyone in the way.
Yes, I agree with that.
Or you scream, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah. Oh. All right, number 14. That showing up to brunch at Higher Ground, Top Paddock, Hardware Society or auction rooms at 11 a.m. on
Never
a
heard
Sunday.
of them.
I haven't heard of any of these either. At 11 a.m. on a Sunday is a guaranteed hour wait and you better have packed your comfy shoes. You may well have packed a freaking picnic.
Fuck, go barefoot.
You may as well have packed a picnic if you rock up at the wrong time.
You
to
know
these
where
places.
you know where you can just walk up it for brunch?
Where?
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's true.
KFC.
Yeah, you'll always get a decent feed.
Our
Well, that's
podcast
not
is proud
really
supporters.
Yes. Right.
You will get a feed, but not a decent feed.
Sometimes it can be fucking terrible.
Yeah. Right, number
Especially
15.
in some places.
That turning left onto Flinders Street from Elizabeth Street will take you a very long time.
Why would you do that?
Now, speak as we're recording this podcast.
You're turning left onto.
If you turn left,
This time of night, you're good.
onto Flinders Street from Elizabeth Street, you then now need to do a U-turn and go back in the complete opposite direction down Flinders Street.
Really?
Yes. So you can't actually go in the direction you want to anymore.
Well, that's fucked.
So it makes it even more fucked. And that if you think, I'll just go this way, no, you're going to spend another 30 minutes driving in the wrong direction.
Should have gone right.
Yeah. Turning right is actually a better option.
What happened to the always turn left rule though?
You don't have to hook turn if you turn right off. If you go down Flinders Lane, for example,
Yeah, but there was a no right turn rule, was there not?
you can turn left through those parking
Okay.
spaces in
Alright.
areas.
Right. Moving on. Number 16. That St Kilda Beach is...
You know, wait, on the side note, there was some president in the US who would not turn right, and every time they had to turn right, they had to take 3 lefts.
Fair enough. If that's the way you want to roll.
Seems a bit ridiculous.
Good
That's
on
the
you,
way I'm
buddy.
going to live my life from now on.
Right, number 16. That St Kilda Beach is not a real beach. Well, technically all Melbourne beaches
Nah, they're
aren't real
beaches.
beaches. No waves equals no real beaches. I agree with you on this. Bay beaches don't count for shit as far as I'm
beach.
concerned.
The
You just
beach is
said
a
Bay
beach.
Beach.
Well, the so-called beaches that are in Melbourne,
Is
they're
it
not
a
real-
beach?
No,
Beach
it's
is a beach. It mightn't be a good beach, but it's still a beach.
Anyway,
Same with bitches. A bitch is a bitch. It might be a good bitch, but still a bitch.
moving on. Number
Can you
7.
speak into the microphone?
I am speaking into the microphone.
You're not.
Yes, I am. Number 17. We're going to keep arguing about this. That going out to eat for every meal in Melbourne is normal. Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Every meal, you're a fucking moron.
If you live in the city,
Every single meal.
yeah,
I mean, if you can afford it, why not?
you can. It's easy.
Every single meal.
yeah, every
If you can
single
afford
meal.
it,
If you can
why
afford
not?
it, absolutely. Why? Just go out, just walk down the road and have something different
McDonald's.
each night. McDonald's one night, KFC.
The next
Korean-
Red Rooster. The
I don't
next
like.
Hungry
I don't
Jack's.
like cooking. I don't know who
Yum
likes
cha.
cooking, so why not?
Yeah.
If you can afford it,
Every meal.
if you can afford
Curry
it,
laksa. Who knows? Dumplings.
yeah. If you've got the money,
Yeah,
I
you
say
can.
go for it.
Go and enjoy something different
Yeah.
to eat every night. Right, number 18.
There's a difference between every night and every meal.
Well, sorry, every meal I should say. Yeah, go and enjoy every meal. Go and have breakfast at 10
It's
a.m.
expensive.
every morning. It's not cheap, but you can do it, and it's worth doing. Number 18. That Melburnians are late to bed and late to rise. If you'd like to meet a friend for breakfast at 9 a.m., expect to be scoffed at. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I don't think that's really like a Melbourne thing.
No, when we don't do breakfast, it's more brunch.
Again, that's not really a Melbourne thing, but anyway, continue.
Anyway, and that
gives a
happens more at 10 or 11 o'clock at the absolute earliest.
11 at least.
Yeah. Right. Number 19.
I wasn't up at
that
11.
trying to find a park in Carlton, Fitzroy, Richmond, or South Yarra is futile. It won't happen.
And that's why I don't go there.
It's not a bad thing. Yeah. Have you ever done a chap lap?
I think everyone has.
Yeah, I think everyone's done a chap
I
lap.
don't think I've
You
ever
just-
referred to it as that because it sounds like a complete fucking wanker.
Yeah. That's why you cannot get a car park in South Yarra.
You
on
sound like
Saturday
a
at all.
fucking wanker who would take a shit in a golden toilet when you talk about
Well, I would take a shit on a $1.8 million golden toilet. Right, number 20. That driving on Punt Road is horrible, banked up, nightmare, no matter what time of the day it is.
That's not true.
No, that's not actually true because I'll be driving down Punt Road to get home tonight.
I mean,
and
the
it won't
time
be
of the
banked up.
day, the time of the day clearly does matter. But
It doesn't
most,
matter. At fucking 3 a.m.,
yeah,
you can fucking floor
exactly.
it down
But
there.
Yes.
most of the day, it's terrible.
And as we've
Yeah.
said, if no one can see you, floor it down that Punt Road.
Yeah.
200 kilometers an hour, you're all good.
I reckon anywhere.
Nothing bad could happen going 200
absolutely
k's an hour.
nothing bad.
Nothing.
That's why we encourage.
So I reckon anywhere between about 7 a.m. in the morning till about 9 p.m.
You know,
at
when
night,
my dad was a
trust-
kid, they used to play football on Punt Road.
Yes, I do know that.
How did you know that?
Because that's where a football team train and that's where they used to play football.
No. On Punt Road,
Oh,
as
they
in
used to
on the
kick
road.
the football on
Yeah.
Punt. Wow. Was it still 4 lanes, 3 or 4 lanes?
Yeah, and the other thing is my uncle. One day, my uncle, when he was a kid, he was in the car alone and he undid the parking brake.
Oh,
The
jeez.
car rolled from one side of Punt Road to the other
Shit.
and went into some random property. But
Fuck.
yeah.
Could have been worse, sounds like.
Right. And
Yeah,
number
back
20,
then there was no one on Punt Road, basically.
Yeah, I was going to say there would have been a lot less cars going back a fair way, I would have thought. So, yeah, it's probably not. Right. And number 21.
Still not good.
It's not good, but yeah. Number 21 is that it's reasonable to pay $21 for a cocktail at any bar.
That's why you don't drink cocktails in
Well, I
bars.
mean, it's the price.
It's
that's
the price you'll-
average. So I don't think that makes it reasonable.
It's the price you'll pay.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
not
but that's why you don't
reasonable.
bring
Yeah,
cocktails
yeah.
out
Sorry.
in Melbourne.
yeah.
So they were the 21. They were the 21 things.
Well, if you had a Melbourne thing, what would you say?
Never drive to the MCG when seeing a sporting event there.
Actually works well if you park in the right spot. The secret to it is getting good parking.
No, I'd prefer to either walk or get public transport, to be honest.
Nah, if you get good parking, it's way better.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get good parking.
But then you
No,
got,
as
but
long as
see,
you book early enough, you can do it.
But see, you get the. I said at the MCG.
Yeah, at the MCG. As long as you book early enough, there are spots that are...
But it's a pain in the ass to
It's
get out
not,
of.
though.
Getting out.
Again, it's not if you park in the right spot.
So where are you parking then?
So there's a
You're going
parking...
to give away the secret?
Yeah, there's a parking one where you can park, where you can easily get in and out.
Okay.
But it's hard to get that. It's hard in terms of you have to book it so far in advance and whatnot. But if you do,
Is that the disabled spot?
no.
Okay.
Although disabled spot again is my grandfather has that, and so you know how they ban parking at the MCG. They haven't banned parking if like the outside one. They haven't banned it if you're disabled. So if you have a disabled sticker, you basically just walk straight in.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost
That's
worth
right.
being disabled just to get good parking.
Getting parking, cool. What else do you reckon? What else do you reckon? 21 things you need to know about Melbourne. Any other things you reckon? There's.
The Melbourne is better than Sydney.
I agree with that.
True story.
Go to the store.
You don't really need to actually live in the city or go to the city.
No, you
At the
don't
end of the
actually.
day, if you're not in the city and you're not working in the city, there's no point to ever really even go there.
Yeah, that is true.
And if you live in the city, there's no need to drive.
Yep. You,
about planning
you can
things
attest
around
to,
that.
You can attest to that because
Yep.
you don't have a car. So.
Well, I have a car. I just don't use it.
Just you don't. When was the last time you drove your car?
Probably Christmas.
Did you do a hook turn?
I did not do a
You
hook turn.
went-
Not good enough. You should have left instead.
you're no good when it comes to driving. Let's be honest.
Well,
You're shocking with directions.
I'm shocking with directions.
Yeah.
Yes. That is true. But I mean, I can follow a GPS.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I gave you directions to get somewhere one day.
That's because you
Got pretty
fucking
lost.
suck directions.
No, I pointed.
No,
it out
you
quite
are
clearly.
fucking terrible at directions.
Beautiful.
hang on.
It's Marcus's fault.
It is like
It's been confirmed.
So we were driving with him, and then about halfway into him directing, we discovered that instead of fucking putting into Google Maps, go from point A to point B, he was just looking at the fucking map and making it up as he went along. So he's like, turn right here, and it'd be like a one-way street, and you couldn't turn right into it. And it happened 3 times in a row.
Wait, hold on.
And then we're
Okay.
like, why do you keep doing this? Are you actually following the thing? He's like, no. The maps is slow. I will be able to find a better way.
So
and then
my phone was fucked, not working properly, and I didn't want to.
bullshit.
I didn't want to torch. If I had to put Google Maps in, I would have torched all the battery, and I wouldn't have been able to direct for a whole day because that's how bad the battery on my phone is, and that's how much the GPS uses it. tracking it. It would have torched through all my battery in about 2 hours, which we wouldn't have been able to use it then for at least
This
the
is
rest
in
of
the
the day.
city in Sydney. You were directing like a fucking retard.
Yeah, no, my phone was fucked.
Well, you could have asked for battery because we had them.
Oh, okay.
Or you can plug it into the car.
Anyway, it was good fun just randomly driving around Sydney.
Not really.
It was kind of amusing.
It's pretty fucking hard to drive in a city where people are like...
Well, driving around Sydney is fucked in the
every
first
city
place.
is fucked because they all have one-way roads, and any fucking normal person understands you just hit the fucking thing in the phone, not randomly make it up and
That's right,
say,
I
well,
remember
there's
this. This
roads
was
going this
fucked.
way. Let's just turn down there. That'll
This
work.
was fucked. It was quite funny. You were getting pretty pissed off, to be honest. So.
You-
That on top of me farting all the time. So.
We literally had to threaten him to say that if he farted again in the car, that we were going to take a shit in his bag. And like, it was like, I know it sounds funny, but we're not joking.
That is very funny.
If you farted inside the car again, we are literally taking a shit in the bag.
He didn't want me to fart in the shower in the hotel room as
Yeah,
well.
it was bad.
I ripped a few bombs in that one, don't worry.
And what was
Not
worse,
even on the porks to sig.
No, I
just-
wasn't even on Porks to
Jesus.
Sig.
yeah,
So-
we have to apologize to Porks to Sig. It's not that.
No, it's not. It's
just
not
him.
Porks to
It's just
Sig. It's me.
Marcus,
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. What's the next thing?
All right, next. So from the ABC, Australian esports criminal investigation reveals video game industry is ripe for corruption.
Well,
I've never seen anyone throwing this blatantly in the history of low-level match fixing, one spectator claimed in an online esports forum. At the center of the allegations was an Australian-based team of young men playing the hugely popular first-person shooter game. Victoria Police are investigating whether at least 6 matches played by the team earlier this year were fixed. 2 semi-professional players involved in suspect matches were arrested, but have not been charged.
So we are now investigating
Whether esports
Arrest-
is rigged.
match fixing
match fixing in
In
esports.
in
esports.
What
esports.
game are they playing?
Fucked if I know.
Oh, I didn't say.
Wow.
It does say somewhere, but I have to get through to it. I don't know. Counter-Strike, sorry.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
It's gone.
I heard they had their big championship on very recently for Counter-Strike, actually.
Yeah, and there's some massive
Is
tournament
that-
coming to
is
Australia.
That this, or is that just
No, these are
shittier
low-level
or-
guys. So these guys are they were only going to make $30,000 from the bets if they won. The potentially corrupt games. So they're like not the high-level players, but they're like somewhat in that thing.
Yep.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
They're in the league or whatever.
Yeah.
however it
Now
works.
their
Yeah.
excuse is they're saying basically that they're just shit, but they think that they've they've been arrested for it at least. They haven't been charged.
How
but
the
they were
hell
arrested.
you can't prove? How can they prove that?
It's irregular betting patterns, and they just get people. To
No,
confess,
they
I guess.
can't. They can't prove that, but they
can't prove
can
anything.
prove
No, they
that
just get them to confess.
either confess or they find other ways of like if you fucking message someone to say
Yeah,
we're throwing this, so bet on it.
I'd imagine the most likely way they get actually caught is if they confess. So if you just say nothing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be confess. It'd be like they not even confessing, but like if you organizing it. If people are dumb enough to put it in an email or type
okay,
it out or
yeah,
whatever, yeah.
Right. If you've got evidence like that, sure.
Yeah. That's how you're going to get caught.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Otherwise, you could always argue that it's circumstantial that your
Yeah.
friend bet 30,000 on your opponent.
Yes.
Yeah, but
In
that's,
some
that's
random
when
fucking
people
esports.
get scared into confessing because the circumstantial evidence is so obvious that they're guilty. But if you just stick with it and just say like, nah, you can probably get away with it.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's how you get
There
away
you
with
go.
match
So
fixing.
there you go.
As an
Lesson for all of you out there are planning on cheating in esports,
Deny,
just
deny.
Deny.
You'll be good.
Simple
No
as that.
comment.
No comment. No comment.
It's a bit similar to when you get caught fucking your neighbor's pig. Now, see, the mistake the guy made was to give the wood example. You just say, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I heard the pig squealing and I came to check on it.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
just
there you
don't
go.
know.
I did not rape that pig.
Oh god.
But even again, going back to things, giving the reason that you used wood
Yeah.
is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, they actually are. They have the Victorian government doesn't comment on what it pays to lure major events, but it will host the Melbourne Esports Open for 5 years, ending in 2022. In a deal claimed it would generate $25 million for the state.
No, it won't.
No, yeah, no.
No, apparently with how much fucking people and shit and whatever going on.
It's not going to generate 25 million over 5 years.
It's $5 million a year. All you got to
It's
do.
a lot.
The prize money and the thing alone, the fact that you got the
No, that's what it's saying. It's generating for the state.
bringing
5
people
million.
in and shit.
Yeah, 5 million.
Yeah.
Seems excessive to me.
It does.
If they're holding it at a fucking massive arena,
Yeah. 5 million.
you got like 20,000 people coming and watch.
5 million's a pretty big number.
Not really. Not when you're doing it by fucking 20,000 people. They're pro athletes.
If you have a 20,000 seat arena that it's in, $5 million is nothing.
Yeah.
You think it's
Because if you
You got
if
the
you-
sponsors, you
if you
got the
add
people
in,
flying
yeah,
in, you
if
got all that kind of shit.
If you add in like
You got all the
hotel
stuff pre-
stay,
yeah.
eating, pre, post, during, tickets, 20,000 people, and all this stuff attached
Motivational speakers flying
to
into
it. Just all of this stuff. My fee alone is massive.
I think that you should specialize in esports motivation. And then what you do is you find out who's going to who's in a shit position, so then we can all go and bet on them and give out some tips on the podcast of who might lose in the.
there
Great
you go.
idea.
Sounds like a good business plan to me.
Great
So
idea.
just everyone watching the podcast, don't tell anyone where you got the tip from, and we'll all bet
We'll all bet. Sounds good.
on the fact that Marcus has been motivating these esports teams and knows that some of them are not feeling well that day.
Yep, sounds good.
The weather's affecting their gameplay. Mm-hmm. That's what they should have done. It's the weather.
Yeah, pretty much.
I walked in here and it was raining outside and my shoes got a little damp and I just couldn't play the same.
Just couldn't perform. So.
Can't perform. I had to throw the game.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't throw it though. I didn't throw it. It was definitely not that. And the fact that my friends bet on the other team is not because of that.
Anyway, moving on. What's next?
Well, that's all we have.
Well,
That's it.
You've learned a lot here. You
You've
got
learned
some
a lot
legal
tonight.
advice. You've learned about toilets. We've got some inside info on.
we got our
Would you
expert
call that
plumber.
insider trading?
No, I'd say it's just expert
Insider
information.
trading on sports is basically legal.
No, not insider trading on sports. Insider trading on gold carat, 18 gold carat
I'd
gold
say it was
toilets.
expert analysis,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought.
not insider
In
trading.
any way is that insider trading.
Expert analysis is what we call it.
well, I just want to protect our viewers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just in case they decide to go out and steal a 18 carat
Yeah, but
$1.8 million toilet.
as you're aware, if no one's watching, drive however the fuck you want, and we've
Make
learned a
sure
lot today.
no one's watching though, because if you get caught, someone was watching.
Well, then it's all your fault. And you didn't fucking
Exactly.
listen,
Yeah.
so you can't blame us.
Yeah,
Well,
that's exactly what I was getting
I
at.
think that's it. Thank
Yep.
you guys.
Until then, take a shit.
Yep.
Put
Enjoy it.
Put some wood inside a pig and.
Don't do that.
I was
you.
innocent.